morning. My name is Michael, and today I'll be presenting my argument on what I call the inequality process. So using environmental research, psychological studies, and cultural analysis from Radiohead's OK Computer, I'll argue that modern systems designed to connect us often produce new forms of disconnection. So, the context and the problem. Modern society often defines progress through infrastructure and technology. Roads, cities, and digital networks are often seen as tools that improve efficiency, communication, and overall quality of life. Because of this, progress is usually assumed to be entirely beneficial and necessary for modern living. However, this perspective overlooks deeper consequences. As Ben Goldfarb explains, infrastructure does not simply exist alongside the natural world, but it actively reshapes ecosystems in lasting and often harmful ways. This suggests that what we define as progress may come with hidden costs that are not immediately visible. And so this brings me to my research question, which is, how do modern systems of infrastructure and technology create disconnection despite aiming to increase connection? And so my thesis is that I argue that systems designed to increase connection actually produce ecological, psychological, and social disconnection. And this conundrum is supported through environmental and psychological research and is reinforced through cultural works like Radiohead's OK Computer, which reflects the lived experiences of these systems. And so the thesis materials I use start with Ben Goldfarb's How Road Ecology is Shaping the Future of Our Planet. So environmental research shows that infrastructure significantly disrupts ecosystems. And Goldfarb introduced the concept of road effect zones, which explains how roads impact not just the land they occupy, but the surrounding ecosystems as well, which affects wildlife behavior and habitat stability. Scientific studies support this. Sanchez Fernandez and colleagues found that road networks fragment habitats even in protected natural areas, meaning their impact extends beyond urban environments. Similarly, De Rivera and colleagues show that roads act as both physical and behavioral barriers, preventing wildlife from migrating and accessing resources. Over time, this leads to reduced biodiversity and long-term ecosystem instability. So, while infrastructure connects human populations, it simultaneously disconnects the natural world. And another stimulus source I used was Owak Kobe from Murakami, which displays the psychological impact. And so this environmental fragmentation also affects human psychology. As Haruki Murakami suggests in his reflections on modern environments, gradual changes in surroundings can become normalized over time, even when those changes are harmful. People adapt to these conditions and begin to accept them as part of everyday life. Scientific research also supports this idea. Bratman and colleagues found that individuals in urban environments experience higher levels of rumination, which is repetitive negative thinking linked to anxiety and depression. Additionally, Gaskin and colleagues found that exposure to natural environments is associated with reduced stress and improved overall mental health. So together, this suggests that built environments not only disconnect people from nature, but also reshape how they think and feel, while simultaneously conditioning them to accept that disconnection is normal. And so this leads me to my cultural perspective. So this sense of disconnection is also reflected in culture, particularly in this case, in Radiohead's OK Computer. So this album presents a world where people are surrounded by systems meant to improve life, yet feel increasingly isolated. That is the concept of the album. So for example, in the song No Surprises, the lyric, "A job that slowly kills you," reflects emotional detachment and dissatisfaction within structured modern systems. And music journalist Josh Schallmeyer describes the album as capturing early anxiety about constant internet connection in digital life. Similarly, critic J.M. Klinger argues that the album portrays systems that make genuine human connection difficult or even impossible, which is also reflected by one of the songs, Fitter Happier, which is it kind of explains social expectations in the world. Furthermore, Dorian Lynskey also identifies themes of technological helplessness and loss of control in modern society. And together, these perspectives show that cultural expression aligns with and reinforces scientific findings about disconnection. And so to put all these themes together and kind of find an implication, when these perspectives, infrastructure fragments ecosystems while also shaping how people perceive those changes. Murakami's idea of normalization helps explain why people do not always recognize this shift as gradual environmental and social changes become part of everyday life. Psychological research shows that people in built environments experience disconnection and reduced well-being, which is reinforced by Bratman and colleagues and Gaskin and colleagues. At the same time, cultural works like Open Computer reflect and reinforce this normalization of disconnection. In this way, ecological damage and psychological adaptation work together, meaning that systems designed to connect people ultimately create deeper forms of separation. And so, counter-argument. However, many scholars argue that infrastructure and technology are essential for human progress. These systems improve access to jobs, healthcare, and education, increasing overall quality of life. For example, Bao found that digital technologies allowed education systems to continue functioning during the COVID-19 pandemic, demonstrating their importance in times of crises. Additionally, solutions such as sustainable infrastructure and wildlife corridors are designed to reduce environmental harm while maintaining connectivity. And so this all suggests that progress can still be beneficial. But my rebuttal states that while these benefits are significant, they do not fully address long-term consequences. And so environmental research shows that habitat fragmentation continues even when conservation efforts are in place. And these effects often accumulate over time, which is shown by Sanchez, Fernandez, and colleagues. Similarly, psychological effects linked to built environments persist with prolonged exposure, which is reinforced by Bratman and Gaskin. But most importantly, these systems are structured to prioritize efficiency and expansion over long-term environmental human well-being. As a result, proposed solutions may reduce harm, but they do not eliminate the underlying issue of systemic disconnection. So in conclusion, modern systems of infrastructure and technology create a paradox. They are designed to increase connection, yet they simultaneously disconnect us from the natural world and often even from each other in social settings. Environmental, psychological, and cultural evidence all support this claim. And recognizing this paradox is essential if society wants to redefine progress in a way that balances efficiency with sustainability and well-being. Without that shift, disconnection will continue to deepen alongside development. Here's my works cited.